Namaskar friends, keep learning with Export Import Make in India campaign. And today in the session, we will understand what is container detention. So, container detention refer to the charge which imposed by the shipping line to the importer. In such cases, when importer not able to return container to the shipping line at designated port and given free time. Okay, so in such case, shipping line charge detention charges. Okay. For example, we are going to import some cargo at Navasheva. Okay, so whatever shipping line involved in transport, we need to take the delivery of the cargo from that shipping line. Okay, so what shipping line do? Shipping line will give us the delivery order. Delivery order means the container is in our custody. When shipping line hand over the container to us, before this activity, we need to pay some charges. Okay, shipping line charges, which is like a terminal handling charges and ISC, inland haulage charges. Okay, so this charge need to be paid. Then only shipping line give us this container to us. Okay, so at the time of handovering this container to the importer, shipping line have some term and conditions which need to follow by importers. Okay, like container need to return to the designated port, designated shipping line yard. Okay, and also the free times given within this period need to be returned these containers. Okay, so while booking this container at the exporter side, the exporter and importer is negotiate the terms which called 14 days free returning empty container at the destinations. It means that because exporter know how away the factory of importer from the seaport. Okay, so they already aware these terms and agreed with doing the contract with the shipping line at the initial level when exporter book the container from origin. Okay, just like here, just like a Chinese exporter exporting the goods to India, so Chinese exporter will aware that these containers need to be written in the given time, so he will book the container in such conditions so importer can return this container to the shipping line in time, so no detention charge will apply. Okay, for example, Chinese exporter taking booking of these containers and giving free time on this 7 days. Okay, and at the time of importing this container in India, these containers are arrived at Navasheva port. Okay, and this container need to be transported to Himachal. Okay, so this is quite distance from Navasheva seaport to Himachal. Okay, so while transporting this container from Navasheva to Himachal, it will take some more time. Okay, so in such case, because the exporter has booked and given only 7 days free time, but at the destination, importer is not able to return this container to the shipping line in 7 days. So shipping line start detention charge to the importer. Okay, there is some cycle like a free detention time. It's weekly basis and depend on the different shipping line. Just like some shipping line take $100 per day, some shipping line $150 per day. In this way, these containers need to be returned. Okay, and after paying these charges. Okay, so we need to understand how this process has been done. Okay, so there are some key points which need to understand to better understanding of this detentions process. Okay, so free time. Free time is the shipping line provide a specific number of days to unload and return the empty containers. Okay, so we need to keep in mind while returning this container to the shipping line, how many days given by the shipping line, just like a 14 days, then we need to return this container within 14 days. Okay, in sometimes this time 7 days, then we need to return this container in 7 days. Okay, charges begin. Okay, if container is not returned within the free time, okay, then detention charge start accruing daily. Okay, just like a shipping line give us the 14 days. Okay, and we are not able to return this container to the shipping line, just like a some issue in the unloading at the factory maybe, or we can say there is a transit time is long, or we can say some another natural disaster, so we are not able to return this container, so shipping line will charge. Okay, but in case of natural disaster, shipping line can give us this credit. Okay, because this is not a fault of the importer, but for that importer need to request to shipping line for the waive of these charges. Okay, now responsibility. So who is responsible for this? Importer and their agent must be managed timely unload the and return the containers to avoid detention fees. Okay, so when we import these containers, okay, and this container we return, so we need to keep in mind that in given time, importer and their agent must be return this container. These are the main responsible person who need to handle this activity. Okay, now we will understand a reason of detention. So reason of detention may be the delay in custom clearance. If custom officer will raise any queries, and in such cases, it will take some time and will not able to take this container from the shipping yard. Okay, due to, in transportation, if the transport is not good, then vehicle is breakdown, and also the unloading in at the consignee factory may lead this detention. Okay, like a in importer factory there is a no unloading facility available like a dock and ramp, so he will arrange the hydra to uh, unload this container from trailer to earth, and then they will unload. This may be the reason. Okay, what is the impact is high detention charge can significantly increase the overall cost of import operations. So what need to be done? The proper coordination with the custom agent and transporter and warehouse essential to avoid the container detention. Okay, so proper coordination need to be required to avoid such detention. With whom? With custom house agent, okay, transporter and warehouse essential. Okay, so we have tried to understand what is the detention charge. Now this impact is very important for the importer. Okay, for example, his overall manufacturing cost will increase if detention is applied. Okay, for example, any importer importing the raw materials, okay, and this container is not written in the time, this due to the detention. Okay, so what will happen? This cost of the raw material will increase due to this detention. So how will importer will manage this cost? Overall their product is expensive than other product. Okay, so due to this, the market the product of this importer will not survive. Okay, so need to understand this detention will impact the overall product cost after manufacturing. Okay, so guys, in this session we have tried to understand what is the import container detention and what is the reason behind that, and who is the responsible for the import detention. Okay, so who is responsible? Like a transporter, custom house agent, okay, and warehouse manager. And also we understand if free times charges became a responsible person. Okay, so guys, we are just going to end the session here. Thanks for watching the session. Have a nice day.